Okay, welcome back to the Automated TV. I'm here in Macau, which is right next to Hong Kong at the Beyond Expo convention. And so Beyond Expo is really focused on Chinese startups trying to move out into the world, global. So there's a lot of, Chinese is really kind of the main mode of communication, but there's English, but you definitely see a lot of Chinese startups. That's kind of the main focus. So out of all the startups that I met today, I've seen today, I really see 2 or 3 big themes. One big theme is really the humanoid space, robot space. So for example, I saw this startup called Matrix over here. This startup was here, it's a humanoid. Another one was the Storm Robot, actually a personal favorite. The Storm Robot actually does massages. So that's pretty cool. I didn't have a chance to test it out, but it looked pretty cool. I've got a video as well. You see different types of robots. Some of them are like this Matrix, where it's a little bit more humanoidy, a little bit more performative. The other ones are a little bit more utilitarian. So you'll see cute little robots kind of come in and being companion. So you see a lot of those human robots. And that kind of reflects the Chinese AI space, right? It's much more practical. It's much more applied and use of AI. So that's pretty cool. The other ones that I saw was e-VTOLs, so basically flying units that is lower than electric, first of all, and it's not super high like commercial airplanes, it's not helicopters, but it's also not drones. And one of the things that I saw was Aerofugia. Again, I'm going to put the video later on as well. You can kind of see that space, and I thought that was pretty interesting as well, and they're based out of Chengdu. So you see a couple of those units here as well, which is kind of interesting. And the things I learned is that that space is heating up. A lot of car companies are looking to build on top of that. I think the licensing to get around that issue is still not quite there yet, but it is getting there. And we're going to start seeing that as well at some point, which is kind of cool. My personal favorites I saw was this Kamingo, which is an e-bike converter. I saw their Kickstarter campaign. It converts any bike into an e-bike as well, which is kind of cool. I think it's going for about $300-400 US on Kickstarter. So I definitely need to get that piece on Kickstarter as well, because I've got a great old Shanghai bike with a Brooks saddle, and I'm just dying to put some electric behind it, right? Because I don't want to throw away the bike, but I also want the electricity to be able to go at the speeds I want to go without the hassle. So my conclusion overall, I think it's not the biggest conference, so definitely, it's something that it's nice and compact. You can kind of see it in a day or so, but you get to see basically kind of what Chinese AI is about. You can get a flavor of that. Hopefully with this episode, you got to be able to see some of that as well. And like I said before, it's more application-based, and in particular, it's more humanoid-based, it's more e-VTOLs based. I don't think it's much more, again, it's just applications, right? Kitchen appliances, dishwasher appliances, maker spaces, 3D printing. It's much more hardware based. That's really the application based that's what I'm talking about. So hopefully you enjoy this. You learned a little bit new about the AI space and robotic space in China, and I'll see you in the next episode.